Hey everyone,
welcome back.
Yeah,
RFD once again.
Here we go. Yo, Radio Free Decipher. Yeah,
this is Evan.
Yeah, and I'm Kyle.
And we're joined today by one of the newest Decipherers. I can't say the newest because we have an influx these days, but Mike Girard.
How's it going, guys?
Now, many of you out there are going to know Mike Girard from film and theater, from his glorious run at Star Wars CCG and
content writer for DJMA.com.
And now, tell us what you're doing.
I am actually a game developer with Jeff Snyder for the TCG studio.
Okay.
So does that mean lackey, or what does that mean?
No.
No,
we're actually changing the full-time playtester position to more of a game development role.
Cool.
For multiple games that Decipher has.
Excellent.
Maybe we can mention briefly kind of what the difference is now between a designer and a developer. You can kind of compare and contrast.
Well,
in a 50-word or less essay form.
The designer more or less comes up with the game text for each culture and each card and whatnot, and the developer makes sure that nothing is overly broken or strong.
Okay.
And that the numbers match out okay, and that you don't have a 12 power, 3 cost minion, stuff like that.
Review and refinement and policing, that sort of thing.
Right.
Excellent. Okay, and you'll be doing this for all of our games, not just Lord of the Rings.
That is correct.
All right. In fact, most of the time since you've started, you've been playing Star Trek.
That is correct.
Call to Arms.
I have played a number of Call to Arms games, and I'm pretty excited about the new Trek expansion.
Awesome. Which we unfortunately can't talk about, so we're just going to have some fun at everybody's expense.
End it right there. Thank you very much.
Cool. All right.
So, how you liking the weather out here? I heard it's pretty much rained every day, which you're not used to coming from Arizona.
Yes, it has.
Probably a year's worth of rain for you.
Pretty much. I'm pretty envious of all my friends back in Arizona right now, because I heard it's been pretty sunny.
Okay, you know what? I just came off my Black Rider tour, which I was in Arizona. We kind of swapped places there for a little while.
Very ironic.
And dude, what was it, Wednesday? It was 100 degrees.
Oh,
and I was
man.
like, this is unbelievable. Like,
so nice. It's a dry heat, though.
Okay, you can have it, man. 100 degrees. You know what? I'm used to, California where it's a dry heat, but 78,
I knew that we would find a way to mention California.
Oh, you gotta love it, man.
Yes.
I was just there too, in the land of goodness and plenty. So,
except for the Lakers.
Oh,
there is no goodness or plentifulness.
Okay, we move on.
Okay. I get that for like months now. I get to use that.
That's right.
Until the new season starts.
So, anyways, Girard,
Yes.
tell us a little bit about what's been going on here since you got here. You've been here less than a week so far.
No, about 2 maybe.
Yeah.
Coming up on 2.
Yeah, I guess today is 2 weeks.
Yeah, you've been gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah. So,
what do you think? What are your impressions?
It's everything that you would ever think would be possible to work here.
Nice.
It's great.
Wow.
It's great.
Are they keeping you freshly stocked with Mountain Dew up there?
Yes. Yes. It's keeping me motivated.
Good. See, Tim Ellington's very smart. He's kind of in charge of the whole design studio, and he's really smart because he keeps all of the designers up there in lots of caffeine, so it gets them excited and energetic and want to, type a million words a second.
I wish that were true. We don't get free caffeine or anything like that, but
you're dispelling the myth, man.
Okay, well, the truth is that every 3 o'clock we go for our candy store run.
That's right.
Like clockwork. I mean, if you're as late as 3:05 and someone comes by your desk and it's like, what gives, man? 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
But
you guys are already gone. You missed that 3 o'clock window.
Yeah, and now, speaking of Mountain Dew, now they got this orange freaky Livewire stuff. You into that?
No, not really.
Okay.
Although
this has so much to do with cards.
I'll go for the old.
Yeah, we've really degenerated here into not work-related stuff, and we already did that show, so let's move along.
Well, I was going to. Yes, in fact, we haven't done an episode since that, have we?
You're right.
I want to thank the fan who observed what great praise. They called it a great work of existentialist drama, that RFD, where we talked about nothing. I was so happy.
It's a pretty big word.
Yeah, you like that? I'm not really. I'm paraphrasing a bit, but
Here's another question for you, Mike. Now that you're here and working in the office, how do you like living on a Mac?
Ooh.
That's tough. I plead the fifth.
Well, because you, back in Arizona, correct me if I'm wrong, but you worked in a computer lab.
I did. I used to work in a computer lab, and it was both Mac and PC, but it was mostly PC.
Sure.
And it's been quite a difference.
Really?
Moving to a Mac. Once they got my working Mac.
I was going to say, Kyle, you weren't around in the office to know that of the 10 work days here that he's actually had a working computer for what, 2?
Yes.
Oh, nice. So
nice.
Yeah.
But the phone works.
Yes, the phone does work.
And it says your name when you call other people in the office.
It's great. It's great.
He's got his own phone. Life is good.
And I can sign my emails, and it says Mike.Girard@Decipher.com.
Oh, right on.
Oh, that's great.
Right on. You've been wanting a job with Decipher for quite some time now as well.
I've been involved with Decipher for about 6 or 7 years now, since the early days of Star Wars and Star Trek.
Doing a lot of volunteering and stuff like that. You were Gold 120. The highest squadron number ever given out.
Really?
That is correct. The highest number ever.
What an odd distinction. Usually everybody's bragging about their, I'm red 7. I'm red, low. God, shut up, man.
Yep, there's no red 120 either. Only a gold one.
Yeah, red only went up to 117 or something like that.
I think there was a 118.
Maybe.
Very cool.
The highest squadron number ever.
Yes.
Quite the honor.
Well, we got a whole bunch of business to kind of skate through here. You want to sit with us and take care of that, or?
Of course.
Okay.
Maybe we'll let you read off the end.
I was going to say we should
get to the end.
Okay. Yeah, because we always make people wait till the end for the spoiler.
And they hate us for it, so.
Yes, well, they just fast forward.
Yeah, exactly. So
we shouldn't tell them that.
Let's talk a little bit of Trek before we get into all the lore.
Absolutely. This Wednesday was the big release of Energize.
Bump, bump, bump.
And I'm hearing good things about it. I love your sting. I think that's what they call that in radio. We'll have to ask Mark Tuttle.
Okay.
A sting, but anyway. Yes, it came out this Wednesday. It is legal in tournaments 1 week after release, so if you're participating in, that's constructed events.
Sure.
If you're participating in a constructed tournament this coming weekend, don't take your Energize cards, but next weekend you're all free and clear.
Excellent.
And I've heard some good feedback
free
on
and
it
clear.
so far.
Is that a Fight Club reference?
No.
Okay.
No.
I think it is.
So not only then do you have Energize now available, but we announced since last we recorded RFD the release date for All Good Things, which is July 9th. Nice. Come on.
No. I didn't do my little thing.
All right. That's a 40 card set, and details about that all went up in the 40 cards plus a 41st card that's an alternate background color of a dual affiliation card.
Okay, Evan, I gotta ask you, how excited are you that the barbering thing is all wrapped up?
It's funny, people ask me, like I have this major personal stake in the whole barbering thing, but the truth of it is I picked the handle to be like quirky, not because I had aspirations of what barbering would do someday.
For those of you that don't know, before Evan came to work at Decipher, he had, as many people do, an online handle, and his happened to be Mott the Barber.
Mott the Barber, which I picked. I'm sure most RFD listeners have heard the story, but I just picked it, thumbing through the binder, wanting to pick a name that nobody else would want. And we thought Mott the Barber was pretty funny, and has led to funny things like people meeting me and saying, you're not as blue as I thought, or, I actually got one guy emailed me who thought I actually was the actor who played Mott the Barber.
I had that too when I was briefly named the Traveler when I was promoting Star Trek on the road. Somebody thought I was the actor that played the Traveler on the TV
Funny.
show.
So anyway, actually, I'm planning to write an article about the barbering card, I think, because there have been like 95 iterations of trying to tie up that joke over the course of 9 years, and as you've seen, Infer Trim is the end result of that. And there will be more cards revealed from All Good Things coming up, but right now we are in the thick of Ents,
So let's talk Ents.
Let's talk Ents.
All right. Actually, before we get to Ents.
Oh, we're so stringing them along.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've got some. We've got to. Okay, we're going to go from Star Trek into convention stuff, which leads into Lord of the Rings stuff.
Let's back up. Okay, good segue. Also happening in July. You like that?
Okay.
Okay. Origins.
That's right. At Origins, is the next major convention and major event for people because we've got quite a few things on. Now, the pre-release for Ents of Fangorn is the weekend before Origins, but we're also going to be doing a bunch of, since Ents doesn't come out until July 2nd, we're still going to be doing a bunch of pre-releases for Ents at Origins, as well as there's going to be a premiere series in the North American Continental Championships for both Star Trek and Lord of the Rings.
Now, Mike, are you attending Origins? Do you know yet?
I will probably be driving up there with Jeff.
How do you feel about attending your first convention in official capacity?
I'm pretty excited about it. The only negative that
I was going to say, do you miss out on playing?
Yeah, I don't. It's going to be hard enough.
No
to play.
more championship level stuff.
Do you think people are going to be coming to you like asking about what they should play now that you day in, day out, 8 hours a day?
They actually did that before when I was a content writer for DGMA and whatnot. So I had a couple of the Canadians come up and ask me about decks that I posted on DGMA when I was doing a local metagame for my weekly article.
This might be a little tough to answer since so much of Ents is still unrevealed, but if you were playing at the Origins event, what would you play?
That is a tough one. I'd probably play, actually...
I guess Ents won't be legal at that time.
No, it won't be legal.
But based on Helm's Deep, which you've logged a lot of time with.
There's an interesting deck that I was playing actually before I left to come here. It was a Hobbit-based deck with Legolas Outlands Hunter.
Okay.
That used...
that one's real popular right now.
That's an unknown combo in Standard with Bilbo Baggins and Master Proudfoot. It's an easy way to get back the power according to his stature.
Okay.
And a lot of the useful Hobbit utility cards.
You wouldn't try and do that silly, get your golem up to thousands of strings? No, I'm kidding.
No, I have a headache from that concept.
So Origins, yes.
Lots of good stuff going on there. Lots of big events for the people. So we're looking forward to seeing a whole mess of people there. It's going to be the second premiere series of the year, so that's going to be good stuff.
Which is going to be interesting because that's actually the first premiere series where Battle Helm's Deep will be legal.
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay.
And actually, it'll be the only one, I believe.
That is correct.
Since Ents of Fangorn releases on July 2nd, it is legal on July 9th, which makes San Diego and Gen Con, the World Championships, Ents of Fangorn will be legal. So.
Well, technically speaking, Battle of Helm's Deep would still be legal at that point.
Yeah. But it'll be the only one that is Towers and Battle of Helm's Deep legal.
Okay.
It'll be the first time. Yeah.
I'm not going to bust your chops about it anymore.
Damn it. Also wanted to mention that the Fellowship Anthology, I think some people saw some information about that go up, as well as the...
Tengwar Legolas went up this week.
That's right. That looks pretty interesting.
I don't speak Tengwar.
Now, I believe there are 18 cards. I can't remember the whole list, but they're,
I don't think we're supposed to talk about the whole list, but as you can see from Greenlee...
they're good ones.
I've seen the whole list. Pretty exciting.
Another one of those perks to be on the inside, huh?
I can't wait to get that one. I can't wait to get the one.
We're so mean sometimes.
You know that one that I'm talking about? Okay.
I think I know.
Okay. Anyways, also when that went up, the names of the next 9 sets after the King block.
Yeah, holy cow. All the way to 2007.
Yep.
I was kind of stunned to see that. I knew that they were talking about it, but I hadn't even heard the names of the sets. I went to the website, and that's where I found out.
Nice. Yeah, I had heard about the set names. They were talking about it with marketing, like, what about this name, what about that name? But I think they almost hit all the names of all the sets on the first try. It was just like, oh, yep, that sounds really cool. So,
nice.
So it'll be interesting, and it'll be, I think, really good, really exciting stuff. I think people out there are going to be,
yes,
very, very excited about the future of the game and where it's going.
Well, and I think it's very clear that Lord of the Rings is not over with Mount Doom, as so many people kind of seem to have this odd message about.
What I'm really excited about, too, is that they're going to the books, and they're going to be doing characters and stuff from, that we didn't see in the movie, Tom Bombadil, the Barrow Wife.
I don't know if I'm so excited about Tom Bombadil. But yeah, all the rest of that book material should be.
Wasn't that the guy that just, plopped on the ring and was like, "Oh yeah, this is that ring."
Okay,
that's really neat.
Yeah, I mean,
I've never read it.
That's a dry section of the book. Let's just say
the Barrow Whites were dry.
No. Tom Bombadil. No, the rest of that stuff super cool.
Super #1 special.
Yes. Anyway, no. In all seriousness, the book material should be an awesome addition to the game.
Yep.
I'm actually looking forward to how they're going to implement Schmog into it as well.
Yeah. They also mentioned...
oh, right, the dragon.
Yeah.
That one dragon thing?
Yeah. That one that dies to an arrow.
I was going to say archery fire. Might be kind of fun there. The new site path also was mentioned briefly in that article, that it would now be, appropriately enough, an all-inclusive path leading you from the Shire to Mount Doom.
That is correct.
As it should be. I mean, the quest. And now you get to relive it.
Awesome.
Is that what that was about?
Yeah.
Going from the Shire to
Well,
Mount
I
Doom?
know it's hard to get that message since the third movie
I
isn't
want to go
out
backwards.
Yeah.
The walk home is just as difficult. Anyway. So, the Fellowship Anthology.
That sounds good. But, it's going to have a cool little thing to put my cards into.
Yeah.
Anyways. Let's get on to what everybody's been waiting for.
Yes.
So, Girard, why don't
Girard, did you pick out the card we're about to spoil here?
I did, and I actually picked it out because when I was on the road...
I was talking to Girard, sir.
My bad.
No, you just got this look like he'd been hit with a truck or something.
No. I picked it
You're
out
on the
because
road.
I was out on the road, and I was showing off some Nasgol cards from Ents of Fangorn.
Uh-huh.
And everybody was like, holy cow, is there going to be anything to stop these Nazgul? Because they just seem like they're getting more and more powerful, and Flaming Brand's not around, and Jesus, these guys are just
I
massive
get it.
now.
You're showing Nazgul cards because you're the Black Rider.
I guess. I don't know. Kendrick gave me a call, and he's like, hey, I'm sending you out some cards to show off. And I was like, well, yeah. So, and then I showed him off. So,
nice.
So, all right. So
Okay,
I picked this card for all of those people that are like, is there going to be anti-Nazgul stuff? So here we go.
All right, Mike, what can I do about Nazgul?
All right, the spoiler card for today is a zero-cost Gondor event.
Okay.
It's Perilous Ventures. It says, regroup, exert 2 rangers to discard a minion, or 2 Nazgul minions.
Bum, bum, bum.
Now that was a good time for Sting.
All right, now you got to read the lore and the
Yes,
card number and all that.
People track this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The lore says, but still we will not sit idle and let him do all as he would. And
Whoa.
the collector number is 6U54.
6U. Uncommon.
Uncommon.
That is correct.
Wipes out 2 Nazgul. Ba-bam.
It also revisits a strategy that hasn't been around since 2 Towers, which is Ringbound Rangers.
Yep.
Oh, that's true.
Hey, so now check this out. Could I put out like 4 Citadel of Minas Tirith and play Ringbound Rangers and then like exert my guys to whack all their Nazgul and then just heal them all?
Actually, Citadel is unique, if I believe.
No, it's not.
Isn't it?
Or it's the one that heals if they don't.
Oh, I was thinking of Citadel of the Stars, the one that is actually a fortification.
I'm thinking about the one that heals them if they don't lose any skirmishes.
That is correct.
Oh, that's good.
But this is a regroup action, so you still have to fight them.
But I can still heal.
So how about those Kardashians?
Oh, but you still got to fight them. Yeah, it is a regroup. It is a regroup.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a regroup
this
action.
is then the double move beauty.
Wow. This
That is
is what other people think of us when we do this. This is like the non-geek perspective here that I'm having. It's quite humbling. Anyway. No, actually, I've seen Brad building some stuff too. He's pretty enthused about it. He manages to stay more current on Lord of the Rings than I do. So.
Yeah, he actually plays in some of the local events as well.
Yeah? I heard he got it handed to him last weekend.
Yeah, well.
Oh man, speaking of getting it handed to you, I forgot to talk about my Black Rider
Your
tour.
win record, your loss record.
Yeah, well, to keep it brief.
Are you any good?
My win-loss record was I went 20-11. So I lost 11 games.
And these are all draft games, right?
These are all draft tournaments. Yeah, I played in 9 draft tournaments in 7 days.
Right.
Wow.
I went here to go real briefly. I went 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 3-0, 2-1, 3-1, 2-2, 1-3.
That was a dark day.
That was a bad one. And then 3-1.
Okay. Were there any significant wins in there?
I beat Hayes Hunter.
Yeah. Sorry, Hayes.
Hayes was a great opponent. We had a really fun game, but it was just kind of funny because he had a really good deck, and before the game or before even the tournament started, he was like, "Man, my deck is awesome. I'm gonna win all my games." This deck, he threw around the B word a lot. This is broken in this format. Broken. It's so broken.
God, I hate that word.
And then I beat him.
It's strong. It's not broken. It's just strong.
Nothing is broken. It's just undercosted.
Well, You know, I gotta say though, 2 of the games that I lost were against chief counselors.
Yeah.
It was just, and man, when that guy hits the table, there's just nothing you can do. It was just like, I lose.
Yeah, but didn't you have a chief counselor as well, and you were trying to set that up?
Yeah, I did have a chief counselor, but I had a really bad deck, the draft pack, and was not able to get any big minions. So what happened was my only chance of winning was I had no stopping minions. Like, they could just, you know, beat up my guys all day long, so I had no stopping power. And what would happen was they'd get out too many companions for me, so I couldn't play enough minions to actually use chief counselor and get them. And then the one time that I would have been able to do it, the guy only had 3 cultures, and you know, so I was just getting. That was my 1 in 3 day.
Mike, you don't look convinced by any of this.
So I'm guessing that chief counselor isn't, you know, a be-all end-all of cards and draft.
80% of the time when that guy hits the table, it's game over.
Interesting.
Not if you build your deck around it, he's not.
I built my deck around it.
Well, if you lost, then I guess you didn't.
Foo?
No, but some of the stopping minions that you were short on is like the Isengard minions that are, you know, are fierce.
Anybody that's any minion that's 8 strength fierce or 8 strength damage +1, those are stopper minions.
Right,
and I didn't have any of that kind of stuff. I mean, my draft pack was like, it was like the 6 strength raiders, and like I got the bad half of the tracker package. So I had like the Unferth and the common Grima. It was like all those kind of guys is what I had, and I couldn't draft any good. Because when I got that draft pack, I figured, well, man, I'm going to have to draft good Fellowship because I'm going to be needing to double move. So I was trying to draft good Fellowship and couldn't get that either, and it was just terrible.
That is unfortunate. You should always try to fill out your minion package before you fill out your Fellowship and draft.
Yup.
Ooh, that came straight from the developer's mouth.
Anyway.
No, I'm being serious. This is a
definitely
healthy
strategies.
Draft tip
there
right here.
There are definitely good strategies when drafting. I mean, there's things like, you know, draft minions only with 7 strength or above, unless they're like a tricky thing like Grima, Chief Counselor. Try and draft not too many things in your deck with cost of 4 or more. You want to, you know, get companions that are strength 8 or more if possible. That includes Aragorn, that includes all the trees, that includes, you know, things like Faramir is gold, Gandalf is gold, you know, people like that. Fierce is really good, damage +1 is really good, all that kind of stuff is, you know, really good for drafts. So
you can also go the other spectrum with just swarm minions, where you draft a bunch of minions that cost 2 and 3 and just save them up, and like if they want to double move, then you can drop your whole hand.
You can try that, but usually what I found in playing in those tournaments, you have to have that Site 7 where they can't use skirmish events, because almost everybody plays with the blue ring, you know, the answer to all riddles.
Right.
So you have to play with that Site 7 and try and get them there, and if you don't get them there, it's really tough, because usually they can just blast through your minions pretty easily up into that point. The other thing that I noticed late in the drafting was to draft a lot of free people's permanent cards. In other words, cards that stayed on the table that didn't go back to your discard pile. Because what happens is when you get to reshuffle your deck, then you're only shuffling like 1 or 2 free people's cards back in.
And a chunk of minions.
And then it's all minions, and you can use Smeagol to just waste your opponent's minions. You're drawing nothing but minion stuff. So, you know, I noticed late, like on Saturday afternoon, that was a really good strategy too.
Well, that's some strategery right there.
Yeah. So there's another big hint for you out there. Those of you that are about to start playing Kendrick this next week. So there's your tips on how to beat him. So
nice.
I'm pretty excited about the draft format. It's
everybody really loves it. So I had lots of people following me all over the place throughout the weekend. All 9 events that I went to in Arizona, there were these 2 guys that went to every single one. All 9.
Was that
you have
Mark and
groupies.
Tim?
Huh?
Was that Mark and Tim?
I got their names written down somewhere. I got a picture of them somewhere too, but I don't know.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. But I only got to play one of them, you know, because I only did 3 tournaments in Arizona, but I had 9 stops. So those guys got like 9 Black Rider cards. Good stuff.
Yeah. Good trade bait.
Oh yeah. So, well, I think that should do it. It's been really long.
Packed episode of RFD.
Yep.
Thanks for coming down, Mike. Welcome to Decipher.
Thank you very much, guys.
And you know what else we did? We kind of threw the spoiler now in a little bit in the middle.
I know
people
who fast forward are going to get. I love it. We're so malicious.
It's like one of those radio contests where they're like, "Oh, you have to wait until the end of the hour till you get to call in."
Yep, there we go.
All right, thanks for listening, everyone, and you'll hear from us next week.
Have a great weekend.